did you feel for the very first time I saw video we know?
Oh, me who video need there. To be frank, I didn't really pay attention to it as it started trending. Internet, I've seen this CCTV trending on my timeline, but I said not stretching a while. Internet, I may take it time, I may share, and I'm like, what at all? And then my abubo bi, sir, because we are being governed by laws in this country. You just don't wake up and assault somebody. You don't even have the right to assault somebody. Said you don't have the right to assault one say. Not said the
No, correct.
I don't know if customer is always right and who right in Tina or the yes, but you don't have this is a crime. You don't do this. You don't oh, to me,
Yes.
you don't do that. Because of what? They spoke to you harshly, they spoke to you wrongly, or a then kwan ebema wakuma aba ube moleste abunko. You don't do that. You don't do that at all. It's
Okay.
so bad.
Yes,
So
and see, I
very
said the whole canon. It's so bad. A lot of comments about with a year, particularly the ethics of a year soldiers for. Ubetimi aka bibi kakra fa ho soldiers for a omutimi eba abonten na omo eye sa edi sa adwuma no. Se omo edi omo uniform esisi amanfo ewa abonten no. What do you think, or what do you have to say about that?
oh, I know nye good omen and I say nye good practice. I just say oh yeah soldier obey because I'm not a soldier but I know say with their constitution that governs them, no. You don't just wake up to be molesting. You don't put the law in your hand because we are soldiers. You're molesting people wherever you go, assaulting people. I have friends who are soldiers. Some are even calm for my liking. If you were any there, a bad not be a or what soldier academy ni man say or ɔmo team ni mu a ɔreyɛ bibi saa because soldiers don't just wake up and put the law in their hands ɔbobɔ nipa because of what because ɔne wakasa harshly ana because wayɛ wo dɛn na sɛnea wobu wɔ nipa yi sɛ yɛ flipi na sɛ nipa a ɛwɔ hɔ nyinaa nso so kasa sɛnea wobu ɔmo na ɔmo nso yɛba abɛbu obi a how does your soldier affect the situation there they can beat you there's been lots of times as civilians, this me abu soldiers to the point so we could do it. So you are just human just like us. So you don't just put the law into your hands to do such a distasteful act. And you're right, it shouldn't be there. It's a then kind of see, yeah. It is very unlawful. And I condemn this action fully.
Yes, very, 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 very unlawful. Ejina mi bisa, o share papa any actions or done a deal video ni mo a, ono ankasa personally, sa wo ye oba, and I say, e wo nipa asetena mu no, o hwe papa yi a, suban a oda na di e wo pharmacy shop we. O hwe a ne fie te sen, ono ankasa personally no, say na o ye ne niema fa. O hwe na the way I was ye ne niema na o hwe a, say na o wo efie any on one gas or yen in Yamafa.
Oh, looking at it, meaning it's do it means to me share yeah or you will see but I could say he's somebody who is quick tempered and what I see him to be an abuser or you're quick tempered into your penna wire the what's not or the above ball but I believe say a man so far as being a soldier you should have a lot of respect for especially hitting a woman in public. And I'm not doing so, but no, there's nothing there which would which will make us identify him. You don't do this on any day, anywhere. Oh, or bad say why you with them. And I could hear said the attendant was saying said the lady didn't even say anything. The lady was also a customer. And a customer over better idea. Na say be a conversation people na one kind na obobɔ no de I could see that the lady at a bono call bono campo no baby call on man she even lost him senses and stuff. What's enough for you don't do that. You don't beat human beings as you said they are objects. You don't do that. All because of what you are quick tempered. And now we're going to board, you know, be sending out born and you come board, be no, yeah. And how they find. So you don't do that. You
Yes,
don't do that.
very, 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 very unfortunate. Now, Cecilia, you know, said they didn't come out update, no. Yeah, who say, ya kako peke a year, papa no, Edna free fear, Cecilia, all boy with investigations. What says Cecilia, papa, ya said you di, sanyam ransom, ya fano, no. How did you take the news? How did you receive that particular news? Would say ya kako chino, Edna free fear, all boy with investigations, no.
Oh, that is the right thing to do in every country that has governing laws, especially when the CCTV footage was very clear enough. That's the right thing to do. So we'll just pick him up and send your bear man or at least no, he should go and answer well. If a hospital ni bube form our book or that one is him and the laws. So between me exert and anger he should be picked up in every serious country which there's an evidence what out to be I think that is the best thing. And I'll recommend the police service for taking this up as soon as possible.
Yes, and see, yes. It is a good thing. Said the kind of say omo aqua pekeno. So, what do you have to say about some of these things? Is here because we have seen what. I want for the na at a point to be say na mema mujina ho said the bema to turn and santimo said the now di kind ebi anko musu nyina betimi aka so mo to agu no so na omo abono lady original ne baby ene say okoje nani so a abranche yi abobo no ya say what kind of advice ena ode ebema with a particular scene like this say be a to be so say and I say someone approaches you with this kind of assault and in what do you think say yes self defense or say yeah whatever to say lady you say try and some kind of evidence be what kind of advice now the bema we're looking at this particular video no what advice now the bema
Looking at the lady, what infuriated woman was who so channel. And the mess must show my phone now with the evidence. No. I said, not knowing, said they had a very even bigger evidence to attest to whatever that was happening. And I think, say, oh, yes, so channel and infuriating, more. And then I wouldn't advise her in the middle of such a heat, to take your phone and show it to the person's face. Say, oh, person recorded and I incriminating. Obia or what that state man in your brew of us on bully padia. Oh, you say, oh, you and Sakawali Becca say you could collect. And again, that was wrong for her to also do that. Although it is a piece of evidence gathered, but that was wrong. And no granting or no such case, that was wrong for her to do that. But in all, no, we condemn what the man did. It's very, very bad. You see, Ghanaians are fond of say issue is yeah, they address the issue now. Not yeah, the phone yeah, they address the issue because of clickbait and trend. Mm-hmm. And also it's one of the fact that we need to look into it as normal humans or normal Ghanaians. And BBSC as I say, find the solution. No big no what phone, no yeah, not own track and yet practice all those say abwa we have been able to gather evidence through the CCTV footage, but it is becoming unbecoming of Ghanaians nowadays. Say the BAC obi wukura na ya twe phone say the babitra instead of solving the problem. You see, I would advise when it's circumstances like this, yeah, na phone in seminar and evidence near that, nipa n'anim no betwi phone we should calm down on that. Now you address the issue because human life first before phone. Human life first. Yeah, that's what I would say.
okay so from yes some commentators now omo and some omo can say omo hu ne say papa yi em say sebi ebia na bibi kakra atochima wo baby so ho ebi mo ka say papa yi na adwene mu fine or de koye de oyeye nti enema mienu cause at a point na ebi mo recommend say even if so journey 5 years 10 years at a point there should be regular checkups say ebe hwehwe bi mo say be ebe hwehwe o madwene mu bibia ye fine o mo angasa o mo ye okay enti wo ne say because abufo ben na betimi mo agina wo na so abobo amanfo for over 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes. Ejina hwa baby owura ha no ato ne nsa opie ha no ato ne nsa. Se hu ne se ebetimi aye na adwene mu na ebia enhye dan na mu fine ma no ana se the fact say oye soja ni nti na ma ne timi toto ne nsa ye de oye no.
Oh, with that one there, I can't touch on that, but all I could say is that a lot of people are depressed in Ghana. Nipa bebree na are depressed. There is frustration that you lead the person on. Obama akwa gravitate niyama bebree, especially we obi out for public transport, pana napa. What is a car? Now you least mistake now for obi and I will say yes. A lot of people are actually depressed. Yes, so I can't link it to say a beer or mental disorder. All I could say is that it can be a result of depression. A beer, he has other stuff going on that son away the air but in all no, you don't have any right or whatever to lay your hands on somebody in this country. You don't have any right. Yeah.
Okay, if you auntie, one last thing you would want to add up. So Yanshe, se release a D can buy no, because Yehubida say yachi ebimo ya Kaiser Midland DAC was shashi police ni no asad now asem no papa ni police ni China on nam ne baby. How will it feel? Say asem said ye hu ye nyina ye mahyehyɛ na echine bi ebete say oh asem no kra mo de makokota kwa ba and kosi hwe how will the reaction be like?
Oh, the reaction wouldn't be a good reaction. Say, looking at how I would molest you, be hearing, be near saying, it's not a good. And so say, say, oh, normal. If the authorities are going to work well, they should actually instill some level of discipline, even if it is fine or some a little jail term or something. And because I say a year um, determined, I will be able to say you just don't wake up to molest somebody or to assault somebody like that. Yes, that is what I would say. Yes, sir, I'll be highly disappointed. Highly disappointed.
Yes. Okay. So, if you have any other last comments you would want to pass on this particular incident at ACA?
Oh, I would say that this act should be condemned in every part of Ghana in the world. You don't have the right to just and then the way at which the man was assaulting the lady na go bet me and Oprah na they fine. So you don't have any right to do that to anybody. This lady can take this issue. If it were to be me, may the record dogs, and she will get some good money out of it. Yeah, may the record dogs. So looking at this situation, it is something that we need to condemn in all angles. Yeah.
All right. If yeah, better was say. Ifya is the CEO of Aquaba Yogurt. Or no, and I didn't come on this particular incident. See, military police officer, what in sa abubo a year, ubi, okoto na edru, and the auto edru no so cry, on so wabubo no ewo honom ya. Ama abeye asem ewo hase ya anti ye de ho updated in kan e de amamo we all know say the police military police o makofa no e de na kwa okoboa eye with eye investigations enti yes ye beda afia ase say obeka ye ho ema ye di eye dwuman enti ye beto aso na yɛde ɛyɛ update no ɛde ama mo now yɛkɔ ɛyɛ DVLA